my name is Amanda and welcome to the Done Creative. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have a live stream channel where I go live doing readings a few times a week, and also a Patreon with lots of exclusive content, and I also do personal readings. The links for all of those things can be found in the description below. But for this pick a card reading, we are going to be getting a message from your person, and I'm kind of leaving this open-ended. For the most part, I want to assume that you are in no contact with this person, or you may be having some complicated energies going on with this person at the very least, rather than this just being a completely solid connection that everybody feels validated and heard and happy in. So this could be like a situation where you got ghosted, no contact, things are a little complicated, or you're kind of having a rough patch in a relationship. I think you can still gain some wisdom from your person if any of those instances apply for you. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1 with the dog crystal, the silver waterfall, pile number 2 with the elephant crystal with connection, and pile number 3 with the unicorn crystal with intimacy. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages in each pile for you. But once you've selected your pile or piles, go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please remember, you guys, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, and your situation, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. So without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, we're going to go ahead and get a message, and I even wrote out some channeled messages that we are going to possibly get from your person. And we're going to go ahead and start with the card you used to select your pile, and here's the cute little doggy crystal that you used to select your pile as well. But the card we have here is the silver waterfall, and in this deck, this card really does talk about the very high highs and the very low lows, and how you, because this is your reading, I'm seeing this as your energy, but also your person's energy, where maybe you guys affect each other's energy field. Maybe you're both empaths, or you are in a certain situation and you just pick up on all the vibes and feelings of that, and so does your person. And maybe just the high highs and the low lows and the everything in between just got to be too much for you and your person, and one or the other of you just decided to call it quits, or walked away, or is just kind of pouting or off on their own little world. Something like that is going on. But this card also talks about taking care of your energy field. So one of the best ways you can get into better communication with this person, if that is your prerogative, is to take good care of yourself. And this person, I feel right now, is doing some inner work, some healing, some taking care of themselves as well. So you doing this healing work, you're going to see that mirrored or reflected, or there may be this pull as you level yourself up for your person to want to level themselves up as well. Whether you're in contact with them or not, you guys are very connected. I feel at the very least you are high-level soulmates, or possibly twin flames if you selected this pile. But yeah, this card really does talk about the fact that this isn't over. If you are still hoping or wishing that this connection could be a thing, or you're thinking, well, what if it doesn't work out this time? No, I really do see that as long as you're putting in the work and doing what's in your best interest and for your highest good, and trying to help others along the way, this connection can, you know, at times it may feel like it's limping along a little bit, but the more love and care you put into yourself, the more love and care you have to be able to put into this relationship, and also your person will be able to put into this relationship eventually as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get some tarot in on the mix. And I'm thinking that one of these cards will represent your energy and the other one will represent your person's energy, but it's going to be up to you to decide or determine which one is you and which one is them. So I'm not going to label, this is this person, this is that person. You can do that for yourself. I'll just say person A and person B or something like that. So person A, we've got the 7 of Wands. Yes, we do. And for person B, we've got here the Conqueror of Cups, which I do believe is the Knight of Cups. So for person A, this to me feels like this person's more on the defensive, or always feeling like they have to defend their beliefs or prove a point in some way, or they have to have the last word, or they have to be right, or just feel almost like a martyr or a victim in some way. And person B is the person who's more, I guess you could say, charming and more romantic. I just heard hopeless romantic, so at times you may, or this person may be giving the benefit of the doubt to those around them because they have a very romanticized or high view of what relationships should be, you know, thinking about that relationships might be like a fairy tale or like they are in the movies, and sometimes has a hard time keeping relationships in a more even keel or a more realistic kind of viewpoint, if that makes sense. And oftentimes this combination can be difficult for, I really do see person B seeing person A's side a lot easier than person A can see person B's side, because I feel that person B may be the more empathic or the more, I guess, eager to please, and this person here, it's like they want their way a lot. So whichever one you are, just know that this connection can lean into codependent territory. So let's see, I think next up we will do the astrology, just see what's coming through, kind of as the main astrological theme or thing going on, planet being affected by this relationship being affected by this planet. We've got the planet Uranus coming in, but Uranus is kind of a change maker. It is associated with Aquarian energy, or the 11th house as well, network circles, social welfare, highest dreams, and just thinking outside the box. So you guys may have a very unconventional connection, or you met in a very outlandish or cool way, or you just have a lot of interesting stories to tell people about how you met, or just the dynamic of your relationship. You don't have a normal, quote unquote, normal relationship. You guys do things your way, or maybe one or the other of you just really wants to do things your way, or just to not have that conventional get married, have kids, have the white picket fence and all of that. You guys have your own, and I think both of you just have your own views or ways of looking at a relationship, and just not wanting, you know, I just heard, I don't want my parents' relationship, or I don't want the relationship of the Joneses. I want my relationship to be magical and mystical and open-minded. And especially person B. Person B is very up in the clouds with this, almost taking this Aquarian energy to the Pisces age, so to speak. But this person is a little more grounded in what they think is possible for this relationship, but also still have very big views of where this relationship can actually go, and how long you guys can be together, and how far you can take this relationship. Let's just see. We're gonna get a couple more of these love cards. Anything else we need to know about group one's person and this dynamic, this relationship, any messages coming through? We have a luminosity. So this person really lights you up. This person, if you are person A, this person lights you up, but if you're person B, you are the one that seems to illuminate or light up this person, is how I see it. Let's get another one here so we can really dive in. And then compatibility. So most specifically, person B is like, this is the one for me. We're so compatible. We just work together. Things are great. And you, again, person B, whether that's you or your person, really sees this relationship as a perfect match. Even if things aren't perfect, you feel like this person is perfect for you. Perfectly imperfect for you if you're person B. But if you're not person B and your person is person B, then they see you as perfect for them, no matter what it is. But person B really feels lit up, or person A feels lit up by person B. But together, these energies together, you really do light each other up. When things are good, they are great. But when things are not so good, they're not so good either. So it's very extremes, you know, going back to this waterfall card here too. Very high highs, very low lows, and maybe one day to the next it was like a roller coaster with this person where you think, I could never imagine my life without them, and then the next day you're like, I never want to see you again. Very, I would say not love-hate, but you know, hate and love are two sides of this very same coin, and really hatred is closer to love than indifference is, if you think about it, because there's passion, there's fuel behind that feeling going on. But you guys really are compatible if you can learn to temper those high highs and those low lows, and make the significant changes you need to make in your relationship. You guys really can make this thing work, but you need to realize you are two people with two completely different viewpoints coming into this relationship to help each other grow as humans and heal as humans, and have someone to be there for each other. So you guys, if you are in no contact or hoping to someday reconcile or get back together, I do see that as a possibility with you guys. It is definitely possible, and you guys really do make each other feel like becoming better people when you are on that high high. But then when you're on that low low, there might be that kind of revenge, like I'm gonna lose the weight, or I'm gonna look real good and really show that person. There might be a little bit of that going on, like just wanting to throw your changes in this person's face, or vice versa. Maybe you've done that a lot, or you've said passive aggressive things, or they've said passive aggressive things to you about, well, I'll show you when I accomplish X, Y, or Z, then you'll know how great I was, something like that. All right, what else is going on in this connection? Any messages from group one's person, please? We have here, free yourself, and I'm just dealing these all upside down. So it is time to take back control of your life. You guys really do need to figure out not only where you stand as people, because that's what Spirit's really showing me right now, is you guys need to know who you are before you can know who you are in a relationship, if that makes sense. So there might be a lot of stuff from your past toxicities, past traumas, wounds, relationships that you are still, both of you, very affected by, that is tainting, or at the very least complicating your connection with your person. Yeah, there's that codependency we were talking about earlier, and you guys both have this, I guess, penchants for really getting into codependent relationships. And I think with both of you, this did start as a codependent relationship with a parent, trying to earn this parent's love or do a whole bunch of things for this parent, or maybe you as children took on too much responsibility, where a parent was absent or working a lot, something like that. And I think both of you had childhoods where you were codependent on either friend groups or later on significant others, and of course early on parents. So it's like you're freeing yourself and becoming dependent on yourself without completely cutting everyone out of your life. Because, you know, we can take codependency so far the other way to where we're just completely dependent on ourselves and no one else, and we don't let anyone in. So you want to turn that codependency into more interdependency. That's kind of what we're aiming for here in your guys' connection. And having Uranus as kind of the underlying planetary energy that's helping you with this relationship, I think you guys can do it. But it's going to start within. You guys are going to go on a healing journey, healing your inner child, healing wounds from the past, releasing trapped emotions, and just coming into balance with who you are now and who you want to be in the future. And your person, I think, is also working on that. Maybe your person has just taken a sabbatical from relationships and just wants to be alone, or wants to just really work on themselves and work on what they want and who they are. I see that for both of you. You guys, again, are mirrors of each other as those high-level soulmates, or high-level soulmates, or possibly twin flames. You guys are just both working on each other, or yourselves. And then as a result of that, you can come back together in this union and work on the relationship. But those of you who are still in a relationship, but it's just kind of complicated, you guys might need to find that balance between working on yourself and working on the relationship. Working on yourself, working on the relationship. All right, what else is going on? Any messages from group one's person, please, Spirit? We're going to get 2 from this deck. We have your reflection. Look at that. Give each other some space at the moment. Yes, for yourself. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Yes, if you guys are meant to be together, no matter what, you will be. Because if you're meant to be together, but that looks like including or accomplishing a lot of healing and a lot of work, you will have this passion or this motivation or this drive in life to do that inner work, to get things done so that you guys can come back into union, or if you're already still in union, just strengthen that bond, that connection that you already share. But it's going to take some time being alone and allowing yourself to kind of be a lone wolf, even in your own relationship for a little while. Let's get another message. We also have secret admirer. So someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So maybe this person that you're inquiring about told you, oh, I don't love you anymore, or you don't mean anything to me, or this person means more to me than you do. You know, maybe they told you a lie, because it was exactly that. It was a lie. This person does have deeper feelings for you than they're allowing. Or maybe you're the one that told them, hey, I don't love you anymore, or oh, I never loved you the way I said I did. You know, taking your words back in some way, but you know it's a lie. Like, you know you still love this person and adore this person, and they very much that same way for you. I'm actually going to shuffle this love and relationship affirmators once, just to kind of clear it up. Okay, so let's get 2 of these cards as well. Any messages from group 1's person, or anything we need to know? Independence! Look at this. We're freeing ourselves from the codependency. We're freeing ourselves. We're reflecting and kind of going on our own way for a moment. So independence. I embrace total independence, and I see how empowering that is. Even when I'm in a relationship, I can still be independent by meeting my own needs and creating my own happiness. That's the highlight here. Meeting your own needs and creating your own happiness. Do it, do it, do it. When I do that, I'm the fullest version of myself, and I have much more me to give without needing pieces of me in return. Wow. This is exactly it, because a lot of us do try to find happiness in relationships or in other people, when that happiness, that fulfillment, can only be found within, first and foremost and always. And then we have the wisdom card here. So with every relationship, I gain invaluable wisdom. I'm continually learning which qualities stimulate, support, and inspire me, and which ones make me want to cram a soup spoon into my ear and turn it slowly. In that sense, even failed relationships are actually successes. See how wise I sound? Yes, because every relationship should teach us something about ourselves. Even if it's, hey, I never want to experience a relationship with a person like that again, that's still teaching us something. So this relationship at the very least is teaching you something, and you have taught this person something very valuable that they can then take forward in their lives, whether that is with you or with someone else in the future as well. So now I have a nice stack here of channeled messages that I wrote out yesterday. I just told Spirit to bring me some love messages and some hate messages. Just anything that could be floating through this person's mind. We're probably going to get 5 or 6 of these. And if they kind of contradict each other, that's kind of the nature of the beast, really. You know, one day we're hating everybody, the next day we're loving everybody. You know, we are allowed to have dueling opinions being held almost at the same time. So your person may be no different, but these are going to be messages channeled directly from your person. So let's find out what your person has to say. What does group 1's person have to say? This one wants to come out. We can make this work. They want to make this work. What else does group 1's person have to say? Any messages, please? Ooh, I see it. It's this one. I need time. Yes, that's exactly it. And some of these might resonate with you. You may feel this same way toward your person as well, because again, you're mirrors of each other. What else does group 1's person have for them? I need you. Yes, but we're working on that independence. Yes, benefiting from a relationship without needing it. But this person's still very much in this codependent arena right now, and may be for a while, but they definitely need some time to do this inner work and to heal so they can release some of this codependency. But the best way to bring this person along for the ride with you is for you to do your healing work, because this person will feel that pull of healing that you're tugging on the cord between the two of you, and they will want to step up their game as well. All right, what other messages does group 1's person have for them, please, Spirit? I wish you could see how I see you. That's so powerful. Yeah, this person definitely sees a lot of your good qualities, and even when they are mad at you, they keep replaying how good you look and how good you have made them feel before, over and over again in their head. And then it says maybe someday. So maybe someday you guys can revisit this relationship. That's what this person wants you to know. I think I just want to get one more. I feel like there's one more thing that needs to be said here. Let's just see one more message. Here it is. I wish I could turn back time. Yeah, this person wishes they could have, there's one thing specifically that they said to you that you may replay over and over in your head that was very mean. Something this person said. Again, it was a lie. They lied to you. Maybe it was that they didn't have as deep of feelings for you or that they never loved you. But they wish they could turn back time and take back that mean thing that they said because they know it's not true. I think deep down you know it's not true. And maybe you also said some things that you wish you could turn back time as well. But yeah, that is the message that I got from your person. I hope things improve for both of you, but the best either revenge or the best foot forward for you in any capacity at all would be to work on being more interdependent with those you love, being independent, and just healing and learning and moving on from the past, because when we bring that baggage of the past into the future or the present, it's not easy at all. So releasing, making those needed changes you need to make in your own life to become the greatest version of you can then set you up to be able to be the greatest half of this relationship that you can be if you do decide to continue this forward. All right, group number 1, thanks again so much. You will have to let me know below what you thought, if this resonated. I always love to hear all the little stories you share with me. You guys are amazing, and it just makes what I do so fun to know that there are real people benefiting or getting advice or help in some way from what I do, so that really does warm my heart. But thanks again, you guys, so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you right here back at the Den Creative, also over my live stream channel and my Patreon. And also, if you're interested in booking a private reading with me, you can go ahead and check the description box below for all 3 of those things I just talked about. All right, you guys, thanks again. Bye. All right, group number 2, let's go ahead and find out a message from your person or just something you need to know about this connection, the energy between the two of you, just anything that needs to come through. And at the very end, we're going to wrap it up. I wrote out a whole little card deck of channeled messages, both love messages, some not so lovey messages from your person, possible channeled messages from your person at the very end. But first, let's go ahead and start right here with the card you used to select your pile, and also this pretty little jade, what do you call that, elephant crystal, yes. But yes, we have here the connection card. So from the very start, from the very first time you laid eyes on this person and this person laid eyes on you, you guys had a deep and solid connection. Maybe you started out as friends, or you just felt the love or felt this pull towards this person. But it's love. This is at the very least a soulmate connection. You may identify as twin flames or feel like you're on a twin flame journey with this person. But yeah, there's definitely no denying the deep, loving connection that you have on a soul level for each other. Even if things kind of got ugly in the more human realm, there is still this deep love on a soul level, and always will be, is what I'm hearing. So let's go ahead and get some tarot in. And what I did for group 1 was we had one card identifying as person A, one card identifying as person B, and it's going to be up to you, group 2, to determine are you person A or person B in this connection, because it just feels, yeah, there we go, 2 of coins, 2 of pentacles. So I'm going to kind of break down each one of these cards, and you can see who you identify more as. You may also identify as kind of both cards, and this person that you're inquiring about might also kind of feel like they are both cards as well. So let's see. So we have a King of Wands, so that could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The more masculine energy of the 2 of you, I really do see here, would be representing that King of Wands. Even if this person isn't a fire sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising, they could have a prominent placement within a fire sign or just have a fiery personality. This person's very authoritative in an inspiring and kind of go with the flow kind of way. They're not overbearing too much. They can kind of tend to be a little overbearing when they know they're right and they want to get their way. So that's person B. Person A, 2 of coins, 2 of pentacles. This person has a hard time even really knowing what they want in life or balancing things. They're kind of an all or nothing person. When they want something or they're trying to accomplish something, they are all in on it. and all the other areas of their life tend to get neglected or have just the bare minimum going on. And this person may even ignore their own self-care, their own self-love. They may have had in the past low self-esteem, and maybe they're working on that. Because in this depiction, I don't know if it's easy to see or not, it's like there's a heart being tied up between these two pentacles. I just spit on the card, my apologies. And I have COVID right now, so like, good thing you guys aren't here. I'm spitting on everything. But yes, this is like mending. I'm hearing like there's mending of a broken heart going on. So this person, A, here, may have had a lot of heartbreak in the past, or a lot of loss, or a lot of trauma, even from past lives that you brought into this life, or they brought into this life, that you are working in this relationship specifically to help heal or mend some of the trauma that has been accrued in your life. All right, so we're gonna get kind of a planetary or astrological, here it is, astrological kind of undertone or theme that your relationship is taking on. And we have the midheaven here, the pinnacle. This is the pinnacle of the chart. And we've got the number 36 here, which adds up to 9. So closing out cycles where you don't feel like you're enough, or this person on your mind doesn't feel like they are enough. Really working on that solar plexus chakra, I really do see, and really stepping into your purpose, your passion, your career, whatever it is that lights you up, very 10th house things. And this can also be representative of a father figure. So maybe you look up to this person almost as an authority in your life, or maybe they feel that way about you. Even if they're not a masculine energy, or you're not a masculine energy, there's still this air of authoritativeness to the connection, and very Capricorn energy as well, because usually midheaven is at the 10th house cusp. So very 10th house things going on, very Capricorn energy, Saturn energy, wanting to get in and accomplish. So there could even be some karmic ties associated with your connection here with all that Saturn energy. But also Saturn does rule longevity, so having a long and deep connection from lifetime after lifetime, and being able to really put in that work and elbow grease to get this relationship back on track. And also Saturn can speak about age gaps or age differences between you and your person, so there might be a significant age gap. It doesn't have to be. If it's not a significant age gap, it could be a significant gap in maturity levels. One of you is much more mature than the other usually. This King of Wands is more mature energy than, say, the Two of Coins here. But yeah, Saturn, you know, it can be a pretty hard and heavy energy to have as kind of the underlying part of your relationship. But at the same time, Saturn is all about putting in the effort, putting in the work day after day, even when things are difficult and not very fun. Saturn gets in and gets the job done. So I think you guys will have that longevity if that's what you so choose to continue this connection for both of you. There is this willingness to put in the work on both of your levels or both of your ends. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a couple more of these cards here. Anything else we need to know? Yep, there's that commitment. There's that Saturn we've been talking about. The willingness to go the distance. Swan's mate for life. This is a lifetime connection, or a once-in-a-lifetime connection. And then we also have the garden. As far as I know, any garden I've ever visited or been a part of, those gardens don't plant themselves. They don't water themselves. Usually, you know, maybe Mother Nature will help out a time or two with some rain, but for the most part, there needs to be at least one, if not more than one person tending, pulling away dead leaves, and watering and fertilizing, and, you know, making sure there's enough sun and enough shade and keeping the bugs away. I mean, a garden takes work. Yes, they're beautiful, and you get a lot of rewards at the end if you can harvest your garden, or if it's just a flower garden, it's just very beautiful, and the prize is just being able to look at the beauty and work and till around and hum around in your garden in the beauty. So again, commitment and garden, this is about you know, putting in the effort, putting in the work, and it's gonna take a lot of effort and a lot of work. So if either one of you are kind of like, nah, I'm kind of done with all that hard work, then this connection probably won't work, because it's gonna take two to tango, so to speak. But again, very twin flame, very soulmate vibes going on here. And in this depiction here, I just see one lady just kind of laying here, kind of relaxing. So it's like, where's the guy or the other counterpart? I don't see the other counterpart here. So it's almost like you are, I'm just hearing kind of taking a respite. So some of you, many of you that did select this pile, you might just be tending to your own garden, your own self-love, your own self-care, your own self-worth, healing and all of that right now. So you guys may be in no contact or minimum contact, or maybe one of or the other of you ghosted the other one, and but I don't see that this connection's over, not by a long shot. It's just you may be going through a phase right now where you're just spending a little bit of time alone, and it may have been person B that decided, hey, I need some space, I need to figure out my own ish, or whatever the case was. I feel like person B may have been the one initiating the break or the no contact that you guys are currently possibly experiencing, if that's your case. If you guys are still together but things are just a little volatile, it's this person B that seems to kind of withdraw themselves a little more, just because they, I don't know, they just feel like they are wanting to do the healing or the deep work a little more than the Two of Pentacles person is. But that's not to say this Two of Pentacles person isn't getting with it, because they are healing, they are mending. It's just maybe this person's very focused on work right now, or some other area of life that is bringing them a lot of effort and time that they are spending and investing in that rather than into the relationship. Although the tide can turn and this person will be really invested in wanting to focus on that connection between the two of you. Okay, let's see, let's go to the Romance Oracle. All right, here we go. There's our two cards. So we got codependency in group 1 as well. So there may have been some codependent issues once you met this person. You may have lost your identity, or this person may have lost their identity in you when you guys met, because it was such a deep and instant connection that you guys just, it's like you're still reeling from the fallout of meeting and knowing this person and having this person in your life, and vice versa. So maybe you guys, much like group 1, we did get this card in group 1, maybe you had codependent relationships with your parents or friend groups or early relationships that you were in, and you just kind of continued the trend, and so did your person into this relationship. So it's going to be very important for this commitment going forward for each of you to really focus on being dependent mostly on yourselves, not being completely self-sufficient to where you don't need anybody. We don't want to take codependency so far the other way that we don't have anyone in our lives. We want to turn that codependency into more interdependency. It's a healthy dependency on one another. But we also have here, let your friends help you. So some of you may have met through your friend group, or someone set you guys up, a friend. It's like, oh, I know someone perfect for you, and then they introduced you to this person. But also, if that doesn't resonate, this could just be that there are people in your friend or family group that want to help you or support you through whatever you're going through with this connection. But yeah, let's see. I want to go to, let's go to the Lover's Oracle. This will be a message from your person. Just anything your person wants you to know right now. We're going to get 2. So here we have, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So this person, I think, has been doing the work and working really hard to let go of, well, the he said, she said, well, the you did this and the you did that, and they're just wanting to drop it. They're wanting to let it go and to move forward. And they're maybe wanting you to do the same. Maybe you're the one that kind of brings the past up a lot, and this person just wants to move forward. So just working on, not forgetting and forgiving and forgetting, but forgiving, remembering, but also not allowing what happened in the past to hold you back, to find a new way forward, because you're looking for a new beginning, because you're closing out the old way of operating in this relationship so that you can operate in a more healthy way, a way that's not going to destroy the relationship. And then we also have here transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So yeah, this could just be a little message from your person's higher self that is letting you know that as long as you're both willing to put in the work, this bond can be deepened and transformed. You can close out those old cycles of toxicity between the two of you and actually have a healthy, beautiful, flowing garden of your relationship going on, which would be much better than what I think many of you have been dealing with this person, because the love is there. I can feel that the love is there with this person. It's just maybe some of the dynamics between the two of you have been very toxic or unhealthy for quite a while. All right, let's go ahead and get some more messages from your person. Okay, we got two, okay. All right, so we have here sensuality, and pairing that up with that connection card, that's really beautiful. And we also have my best self. So we're gonna go ahead and read sensuality first. It says, embracing sensuality doesn't necessarily mean you're a middle-aged swinger. It simply means you're savoring one of the coolest aspects of being alive. Sensory input. It's time to get decadent and reward yourself with gifts of the senses. You could drop a wad of cash on champagne and chocolate, or you could tune in and enjoy incredible gifts around you. The taste of an orange, the sounds of the forest, the texture of corduroy. I don't know your life. The point is, it's time to savor whatever senses can grab a hold of, or your senses can grab a hold of, even if that means you're being sensual. Gross. These are so cute. It's interesting because this is a very Venusian quality of this sensuality here, which is interesting because you have the Saturn energy card here with this midheaven, which Saturn and Venus are great friends, planetary connection wise. They are great friends. So Venus and Saturn conjunction can also mean a past life connection. So there you go. There's just your further confirmation you've had past lives with this person. But when you are with this person, just enjoying the more sensual aspects and really, you know, feeling your lover's touch on your arm, or smelling their unique scent, or, you know, just your lips touching each other, and the feeling of how soft that is and how lovely that is. Just savoring the little moments and all these different senses, you know, really bringing all your senses alive. And we really do have that going on here. You know, we've got the light, we've got the breeze, we've got the sounds with the music here, we've got the smells with the flowers, we've got the taste with the champagne and the letter here, so there's some emotional stuff going on. So lots of senses are being invoked when you are together. Or maybe you feel more alive than ever when you're with this person and things are going well, and vice versa, because you guys just make each other come alive. It's really beautiful energy when things are good, that's for sure. But we also have here my best self. I trust that when I'm doing what's best for me and being the happiest version of myself, the right sorts of relationships will appear in my life. That means I can let go of all my worries about the future, knowing that my only job is to be happy in this moment, while simultaneously attaining a cosmic level of enlightened awareness and total psychological self-actualization. Ah, these are so cute. But yeah, this is about each of you wanting to drop these codependent habits and tendencies and really lean into just becoming the greatest version of yourself that you can be, and showing up as your best self in every relationship you're in, because as I always say on my channel, you are one half of every relationship that you're in, and when you're showing up as the best version of yourself in every relationship, each relationship will deepen and strengthen in connection with the people you're with, and it's going to make them want to be better people as well. But speaking of all of these channeled messages, let's go ahead. I have a whole stack here of channeled messages that we're going to get into. So I'm going to probably draw about 6 of these to really get a well-rounded message or channeled message from your person. And even if some of these messages contradict each other, don't think that they cancel each other out or that they don't really mean anything, because think of any given day, you can love one person and then hate them the next. You know, I mean, we're so up and down, back and forth as humans with our thinking and our minds, and this is just tuning into their mental and maybe even heart aspect to really know what they're thinking or what they're feeling about you, even if they're kind of dueling. One says I love you, one says I hate you. We'll just see what comes up. Okay. Any channeled messages from Group 2's person? I wrote you a song. Oh, and look, we've got the music here. So even if this person is not like a songwriter or anything, maybe there is a special song that they hear on the radio or that they listen to on repeat and think about you. It doesn't have to be that they actually wrote a song, but if your person is musically inclined and you know they write songs, they may have actually written you a song. But at the very least, they use music to heal or think about you. We dropped one. What do we got? I want to be with you. Aw, and that's bringing up the song by Mandy Moore. I think it's called I Want to Be With You. It's from the early 2000s, I think. It might have even been on that Walk to Remember soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken, because I know Mandy Moore was in that movie. I had a CD that wasn't actually Mandy Moore's CD with that song, so it must have been a Walk to Remember soundtrack. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Early 2000s, people. Yeah, a long time ago. So look up that song, Mandy Moore, I Want to Be With You. But this person, like, deep down, maybe even up on the surface, they want to be with you, and they are going to show you that in some way. All right, let's get a couple more channeled messages from Group 2's person. Please, Spirit. I never meant to hurt you. Oh. Yeah, they're beating themselves up for something they said or did, or them, if they were the one that walked away, they didn't do it so much because of you. They did it more because of them and what they were going through. It's not you, it's me. Like, I really mean that in this instance. Like, they really had their own healing or their own stuff they wanted to deal with before they could really commit to you the way you deserve. We also have, we can make this work. It's great to know that they have this idea that things can be better between the two of you. Right, we also have communication broke down. So maybe this person stopped communicating or ghosted, or you did that. But in one capacity or another, the communication just wasn't as on point as it should have been in order to continue a stable connection or foundation. I wish I could turn back time. Yeah, this person wishes, especially with this thing that hurt you, they wish they could turn back time and take it away. And speaking of the song again, I'm hearing the song by Cher. I think it was by Cher, If I Could Turn Back Time. Or Turn Back Time might be the name of it. So yeah, 2 old songs you can look up for some additional guidance. Maybe there's something in those lyrics for you guys in either of those songs that you can look up. But I hope this resonated. I hope it brought you a little clarity or a little bit of guidance as to the direction you can go in. The possibilities really are endless. It's just going to come down to you and your person deciding to heal and work through some of this codependency that's going on in the relationship, that you guys can get back on track and really deepen this connection that you already have on a very, soul level, cellular level, I'm hearing as well. You guys can make it through this. As long as you do that work, put that Saturn to work, and maybe even look at your Saturn in your chart and your person's Saturn in their chart and see some, kind of clues or hints as to how you guys show up and where you put the work in. Yeah, so that's, I think, all I'm seeing for you, but you will have to let me know below, Group 2, what you thought, if this resonated, or any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys in the comments. You guys just brighten my day with your comments, and it's really cool just to know that, sometimes we forget when we're online that there are real people on the other end of those comments, and when you guys leave just the most heartfelt comments or really breaking down what you're going through, my heart just goes out to so many of you that are going through a lot of pain and a lot of human struggles. It's difficult being a human, I'll tell you what. But I love you guys. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, also over my live stream channel and my Patreon. And also, if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can always find my email in the description below, and the other 2 things are also linked in the description below as well. All right, I hope to see you next time. Bye. Alright, group number 3 are those of you who chose this unicorn crystal. This is going to be your reading, your message from your person. And again, this could be someone you're in no contact with, or things are a little complicated, or maybe you're having a rough patch in the relationship. Just kind of take what we are talking about as it resonates, because if you're still with this person and I'm saying you haven't heard from them in a long time, maybe we're talking about on a deeper level. Maybe you're just showing up in surface ways or something like that. So just take this as it resonates in your situation, in your relationship. But you guys selected here the intimacy card. So there is this call or this need for the 2 of you in your connection to have more intimacy, to have more close connections, like prolonged eye contact and, sharing your deepest desires with each other, things like that. Or maybe there were some intimate moments shared between the 2 of you already, and when things went off the rails, if they did, in this relationship, you almost felt like you wanted to take those things back, but then other days you're like, no, I'm glad that happened, I'm glad that whatever happened. But there is this need or this call for you to be more willing to be vulnerable with each other. And I'm really seeing the person watching this it's your person most specifically that you want to have that deeper connection to. It's almost like they have their heart in a box and you can't quite get through the walls of this box, and you just wish that they could share what's on their heart, what's on their soul with you, and not just say, oh yeah, I don't know, like, you know, be very surface level with things. Maybe communication was very difficult for this person you're inquiring about, or still is very difficult for them, and maybe even you have had some issues with, you know, telling this person how you really felt, or just hiding, you know, the things that you thought were wrong because you didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, you know, things like this. But these little, you know, omissions can really hurt a relationship in the long term if we're not going to be authentic and real with the person we love, both you or this person. Maybe both of you kind of had bouts or times where you would kind of go down this road where you were just kind of closed off, or maybe the other person did, but ultimately I'm seeing like a communication breakdown or something between the two of you where communication just wasn't on point, and maybe even misunderstandings happened, or rumors or something where, or maybe even things were said that neither of you meant to say, but they were said, and in the moment, you know, the heat of the moment, things were said that someone didn't mean, but then the other person took it, you know, personally, and you know, it can be a whole thing. So we're going to go ahead and get a tarot card. One is going to represent person A, one's going to represent person B, and your job, group 3, is to determine with your intuition, are you person A or B, or maybe you guys are both a mix of person A and B. Take it as it resonates, because I'm not just going to say, okay, viewer, you are A, your person is person B. No, you're going to be the one to determine what you think you are, who you think you are in these cards. So let's get representative of person A. We've got the Chariot, first major arcana energy of the readings today. So this person could be a Cancer sign. We also have the High, wow, you guys are two very spiritual people. We also have the High Sage, which in this deck is the High Priestess. Wow. So I'm seeing a lot of water energy with you guys. But Cancer, most specifically, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or other prominent placements within Cancer. Someone who's more successful. I see this person as more worldly successful, and this person's more spiritual. This person A is more worldly successful, probably makes more money, maybe has changed the course of their life path a few times just to find what's most successful for them. And then person A is someone who's very tuned in spiritually, someone who maybe loves crystals, somebody who you or this person, whoever you are represented by, this person sees life through a more soul-filtered lens rather than just the surface of things. This person can be more worldly and interested in the material world, so there could even be some earth sign action going on here. But I'm really seeing fire and air signs for this person here. So your fire signs would be your Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Your air signs are your Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This person would be more, let's see, Cancer and Pisces or Scorpio, and then the other ones I was seeing was the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn for this person. But again, doesn't have to be, and it doesn't even have to be the Sun, Moon, or Rising. It could be a prominent placement of Venus, a Saturn, a Jupiter, whatever. But yeah, this person's more interested in having a deep, like, spiritual connection, a more, just not so surface level connection. This person's the one that doesn't have the trouble with the intimacy. This person, though, may run from the intimacy. So if this is a twin flame or soulmate connection, this person seems to be more the chaser. This person seems to be more the runner, if that makes sense. But let's keep going. Let's go ahead and get an astrological kind of undercurrent to this connection and the future of this connection. What's going on astrologically that can help or hinder this connection? Let's just see what comes out. We've got Taurus. Well, there's some earth sign, earth action. So there needs to be some grounding of these energies and more enjoyment of that intimacy. You know, Taurus is a very sensual sign, very sexual sign as well. But this is grounding. This is actually bringing this person specifically a little bit down to earth, because this person is much more grounded than this person. This person may be up in their head a lot, or dreaming about the future, or up in the clouds. This person may be sometimes a little too focused on the past. But this is the call here, this Taurus energy, is to bring both of you into the present moment. Because that's where our power lies anyway, is the present moment. That's the only place in history that we could ever take action in, is the present moment. We can't change the past. We can't even shape the future because we are unsure of what the future holds. But the present moment, we can make it anything we want. And that's the call for both of you, is to take on more of this Taurus energy. So wherever Taurus is in your chart and wherever Taurus falls in your person's chart, this can be a great indicator of how you guys can connect in the worldly arena together with each other and be more intimate and be more sensual. Yeah, so let's see. I'm gonna grab a couple more of these cards from this deck. Anything else, any messages from group 3's person, or just anything they need to know about this connection? We got this card in group 1, Luminosity. Get one more and we'll really dive into this. And the Garden, we got this in group 2. I love this. So you guys may have actually chosen one of the other groups. Words are hard. You know, after this whole COVID thing that I've had going on, man, brain fog is real, you guys. Trying to even find the names of regular words, I'm like, I can't function. So my apologies, but wow, yes, you, whoever is this high priestess person, you really light this person up or help them like illuminate the darker corners of their life and really allow them to know there's more than just this material world. So you really do, if you are this person, you awaken person A, or if person B is your person, this person awakens you to the reality of existence, of, you know, life beyond the veil, and just the fact that there's a lot going on that we can't see, taste, touch, smell, sense, hear, you know, all the senses. We can't fathom it because it's mostly hidden. But from person B, this person has access to a lot more of these extrasensory perceptions than, say, the Chariot here. And this person can really highlight that life doesn't have to just be grind, and go, that there's a lot more to life. There's a lot of undercurrents and energies at play. This person also may be really into astrology and maybe has even looked into this person's chart or tried to teach this person about astrology. But this person really lights this person up, and this person feels very loved and adored by person B as well. So the Garden card, when this came out in group 2, I was talking about how it really is about putting in the effort, putting in the work, because like I said in group 2, there's no garden I've ever seen or heard of that is just self-sufficient, self-sustaining. Usually there's someone planting the seeds and watering the seeds and fertilizing the seeds and you know, keeping the bugs out and pulling off all the, you know, dead leaves and keeping things growing and going. And that's just like a relationship. It can be a garden, and if we start neglecting our relationship, there can be unsightly weeds that become invasive and overgrow things, and, you know, just day-to-day life and being in the grind of life. Sometimes we just get so used to being with people that we forget that we're with people, and it just becomes so routine and rote that we forget to bring that sensuality, that passion, that drive, that desire back into it. And I'm really seeing like Garden of Eden, like Adam and Eve vibes here with this bathtub, with this couple. But a gardening, you know, gardening is a very Taurus pursuit as well. Putting your hands in the ground, planting a seed and watching it grow, very Ace of Pentacles energy. So there is a new beginning here for you guys. If you so choose to accept a new beginning in this relationship, it is there for the taking, but you're gonna have to, both of you, get very present in the moment and be willing to get your hands dirty, get your hands in the dirt, plant new seeds, try new things, even if things, you know, fizzle out or don't work out. The fact that you're putting in the effort and putting in the work, you will find the right fit or the right seeds to plant in your garden of your relationship that will then grow and bloom and thrive because you are putting in the love and the attention and the work. Powerful, powerful stuff, you guys. All right, let's go and get a couple more cards in the mix. We've got Keep an Open Mind. And let's get one more before we get into these cards. Ooh, here it is. And Honeymoon. Ooh, I like it. I like this a lot. All right, so we got the codependency card in the other two groups. You guys do not have that codependency going on. Doesn't mean it's not there. It's just not a highlight of what's going on here. So maybe you guys have worked through some of those codependent issues in your relationship, because I do see, you know, most people on this planet have some codependency. Like, it's just how we're programmed or conditioned to be as people. But I think you guys have done a lot of healing, especially if you're person B. You've done a lot of healing of your inner child and your shadow and all this codependency stuff. You've been on the path, you've been on the spiritual journey, you're doing the things. But I think it's going to be the Chariot person that probably takes a little longer to kind of come through those codependent issues. But we've got to keep an open mind here. So when you met each other and got together, and then maybe later on, one or the other of you had the conversation that, like, oh, you're not my normal type. Like, I normally go for this and this and this, and you're kind of like the opposite of that. Or maybe both of you just kind of were attracted to each other, even though you're like, you're not my normal type. What's going on here? It's because there was a soul recognition, and maybe that type you've had in this life was what this person actually looked like in a past life, but they're coming in looking completely different in this life to kind of shake things up a little bit, because you guys are meant to experience a wide variety of things. If we just had the same thing all the time, that's not very Taurus. Taurus wants luxury. It wants to try new things. It's ready to, have like a 6-course meal rather than just a quick takeout from Burger King or something. This person wants to experience all beauty and the glory of life. And this is about keeping an open mind and trying new things with your partner, even things that you're like, ew, that's gross, or I'd never do that, or I don't want to try that kind of food. Like, maybe you are just keeping that open mind, or your person also is keeping an open mind toward you that, okay, I'll try it your way. Let's just see how it goes. But with this honeymoon card, there may be a chance for you guys to take a vacation or a holiday together coming up. If you guys are currently in no contact, this could be getting back in contact and bringing things back into at least a decent place where you guys can communicate and talk to each other and feel like you each have a right to communicate with the other. Sometimes when you're in no contact or someone ghosted the other, you almost feel like, well, I don't even have a right to contact them. They blocked my number or whatever it is. But I see maybe you guys will have a chance coming up to reconnect or rekindle if you guys are in no contact. But those of you who are still with this person and just things have been difficult, a honeymoon or a vacation or a holiday together would really help put you in the present moment. Because think of it this way, you're in the same home or the same community day in, day out, and the walls all start blending together because you've seen it all, you've seen it, It's not until someone cuts down a tree or paints their house that you're like, whoa, what's that? That's different. But when you're on vacation or you're in a place that's new, you're much more in the present moment because everything is new, everything is exciting, everything is different. So you're looking around and you're really immersed in the moment. So one way to really get present would be to go on a vacation, especially with this person, if that's at all possible. All right, so let's go ahead and get a couple Lovers Oracle. Let's get a message from your person. Okay, if your person could tell you anything right now, what would it be? They want a new beginning with you. There's that Ace of Pentacles energy we were picking up earlier. New beginning, a new adventure, maybe a honeymoon here. It waits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So it's bringing this passion back into your lives. What else? And we also have freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So I think you guys have more power in this connection than you're giving yourselves credit for. Even if this person cut off contact with you or you haven't talked to them in a while, you may be pleasantly surprised if you do reach out to them that they are willing to talk or willing to listen to what you have to say. And I think you may be the one, viewer, group number 3, to be the one to reach out if you are in no contact with this person. You're going to probably have to be the one to reach out. But yeah, there is freedom here, and there may even be freedom found in this connection if you guys can get things on the same wavelength once again. All right, let's go ahead and get a couple of the love and relationship affirmators. Well, this one already wants to come out. Compassion. Let's get one more. And commitment. Ooh, I like it. So the compassion card here says, I choose compassion over criticism. Walking a mile in other people's shoes reminds me they might be going through something tougher than I think. Like their shoes are too tight, or they're the kind of shoes that are too casual to be dressy or too dressy to be casual. Basically, I have no idea what they're dealing with privately, so I'll cut them some slack and be thankful for the shoes I've been dealt. And specifically, viewer, you group 3, I see you having compassion for your person, because maybe you don't know how hard of a life they've had or how tough things have been for them lately, and you're giving them that compassion. But I think they want to give you this compassion as well. But then we have commitment. I willingly accept that it's safe to topple my walls and commit completely to a relationship. It might be one that's already here or one on the way. Either way, those walls have got to go. Without them, I can go further, feel freer, and love bigger than ever before. Bonus, no walls means I'll save a lot of money on picture frames. So again, I think that High Priestess is the one being ready and willing to be more committed, more intimate, more vulnerable in this connection than the Chariot person. And again, if you resonate as this High Priestess, you're probably going to have to be the one to reach out to this person and to allow them that safe space to share whatever it is they're going through. But I think at the very least, your person also wants this commitment. It's just maybe they've had some mixed feelings or signals or vibes that they don't really know what they want sometimes. You know, Chariot sometimes does involve making a choice or a decision, but whatever decision or choice is made was the right one, is kind of how I always see the Chariot. So this person still may be at that crossroads trying to decide, do I go here or do I go here? But I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning, I do have a little deck here of channel messages that I wrote out yesterday, some love messages, some not so loving messages, and we're going to deal out about 6 of these cards. And even if these cards contradict each other, which they haven't really yet, which is kind of interesting, but even if they do kind of contradict each other, think of how your mind can be all up on someone one day and then just hating them the next. You know, we're kind of tuning into their mind, their mental process, and also their heart. So there could be some mixed signals or mixed messages, but we're going to grab about 6 of these channeled messages. So Group 3's person, any messages, channeled messages from Group 3's person. We have, I love the way you move. So this person loves the way you look, they love your body, they love what you've done with the place, with your body, they love it. And also, I've changed. But with this one here, I'm really seeing like maybe you dance in such a way, or you just kind of bebop around and kind of go about your life with kind of swagger. There's something about the way that you move that they just can't get enough. But they're letting you know too they've changed. So if there was something really difficult that they would bring to the table, they're working on that, or they have worked through it. So they really have changed and done things. This person says you deserve the world. So they really do think highly of you. Even if you don't think they think that highly of you, they do. They really do. And they want the best for you. Even if they're not what's best for you, they still want whatever is best for you. And we are soulmates. Yes, exactly. This one wants to come out too. I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah. You are living rent-free in this person's head. That is for sure. This person has you on their mind a lot, probably dreams about you. But we also have here, you broke my heart. So even if you're not the one that walked away, if this is a no contact situation, there's something that you did or said or showed up for in a way that really didn't jive with this person so much, really hurt them in some way. And maybe you're feeling some of these as well. Maybe you can say, yeah, I love the way this person moves. I love their swagger. I've changed. They do deserve the world, and we are soulmates. Maybe you are mirroring these messages because, you know, soulmates, twin flames, we can mirror each other quite a bit. I didn't do this in any of the other groups, but I want to get maybe 2 more. Spirit's saying, we're not done here. We're not done here, you guys. This could never work out. So, okay, that's why. Because this person feels like you broke their heart, and they may still right now be in this headspace where they don't see that there's any possible way for this to grow or to move forward. But again, I think this person just hasn't quite tuned into the fact that, you know, maybe they don't see things completely the way you do. And as they have that compassion for you, they can start to open up and realize, well, maybe I can bring some of these walls down. Because I think your person a lot of times is the one with their walls around their heart, or they, you know, they don't want to get hurt. They may even have told you, I don't want to get hurt, or you hurt me, I don't want to get hurt. Aw, your voice is like music to me. So they really love you, like your personality, your person, how you vibe and operate as a human, the way you look, the way you sound, the way you smell. They love all of it. I just want to get 1 more. You get 3 more than everybody else. But as things stand right now, this person is still thinking that there's just no way this can work. But I think there's going to be a change of heart, because they cannot stop thinking about you. And they're working on these changes. I wasn't enough for you. You deserve the world. Wow, that kind of is a similar message. Like they're not thinking very highly of themselves, but they're thinking very highly of you. They've got you on this pedestal. And a lot of times that can really keep a relationship out of balance if one or the other has the other on a pedestal. It can be very difficult because you guys should feel as equals or like you're operating together in the relationship. Let's just get one more. All right. Reach out. They want you to reach out. Yeah. And they think this could never work out because there's just no possible way they can fathom that they could ever be the first one to make that first move, is really what I see. But if you're the one that reaches out, I think that could completely change the game for this relationship. Those of you who are still together, just reach out. Just be the vulnerable one first and allow this person to then share their more vulnerable side. Yeah. All right, you guys. So I hope that resonated or brought you a little bit of clarity or guidance about this connection. Probably not all of it resonated, especially those of you who are still with your person, but things just might be a little complicated. Just take it as it resonates, but always feel free to share any stories in the comments. I always love to hear from you guys. Just knowing that there's an actual real person on the other end of those comments is very special, and it really touches my heart that you guys take time out of your day to, say thank you and to share your stories or anything you're going through. It just lets everybody know that, hey, we're all going through something, right? And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, also over on my live stream channel and my Patreon. Links for both of those can be found in the description, and also my email address in the description if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me. All right, you guys, I will talk to you next time. Bye.